Born and raised in Fresno, and I was raised on a cotton farm in Oklahoma. I came here from the military after 10 years in the Army as a Ranger sniper. I got a star and Purple Heart during my years. I've been a cop for about 10 years. I have a degree in law from Penn State, and I'm a firearms instructor, I'm a craze instructor, and I'm a TCO instructor. And I'd like to be your sheriff.
Rick, can you take a minute, address this audience, and tell us a little bit of your background?
I will do that. My name is Rick Jowers. I'm currently the Chief Deputy with the Callahan County Sheriff's Office. I've been in law enforcement for law enforcement and corrections for pretty close to about 20-something years. I was a sergeant in Taylor County before I came over here, and I became a sergeant over here, and now I've been the Chief Deputy for about 7 years. I've been in Callahan County for about 10 years, going on 10 years right now. I have a master jailer's license. I have an advanced peace officer license. I'm a TCO instructor. What else? That's probably just about it. Years here and all that, but I'm glad you all came. I'm proud that I've worked for this county for this many years. I love this county. I've been here for about 40 years, in and out. I went into the military also, was an airborne ranger in the United States Army, and did some college. I went away for that for a while. I got married once and went away, but I've always come back. This is my home, and I'd love to serve for y'all and be your sheriff. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Well, Rick, while you're on it, let's just ask you the first question.
Yes, sir.
What are your responsibilities? What do you believe your responsibilities are if you are elected?
Well, the responsibilities for a sheriff is that you be a peace officer, a licensed peace officer, responsible for enforcing the laws of the state, to maintain and take care of that old county jail we got, serve all warrants and civil papers, and I believe myself is protecting and serving the citizens of this county, and to answer all calls. That's what my responsibilities would be.
24/7, 365?
24/7, been doing it for a long time, and I'll keep doing it.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Leroy, if you don't mind, what do you believe your responsibilities are if you're elected for sheriff?
Well, I think, Rick, the technical part of being a sheriff, I mean, obviously, we're police officers first. We have to enforce the law. But, in my opinion, the responsibility of the sheriff is communication. Communication between departments, communication between the department and the civilian world. We have to be able to communicate. Right now, we don't have that kind of communication. None of our departments communicate. Clyde does not communicate with Baird. Baird does not communicate with Cross Plains. Cross Plains does not communicate with the sheriff's office. And we have that capability right now. We have that capability right now. We have it right now. It costs you the same thing. And I can put every one of those officers in contact with the sheriff.
Well, let's address that a little bit further. So you're saying that there is poor communication between the sheriff's departments right now?
Well, right now we have a system that would allow us to communicate one-on-one. In other words, if I stop you on a traffic stop, and whatever the circumstance of that traffic stop is, as soon as I let you go, the next officer that sees you knows that I stopped you, why I stopped you, when I stopped you, what you told me. He knows all of those things. And we have that ability right now, but we don't use it. I don't know why, but we don't. We use it here in Clyde, but it's just amongst us. It would help if we had everybody on that, because we deal with the same people. We deal with the same criminals all the time. If I knew what Cross Plains was doing, I'd have a better idea what was going on in Clyde. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
How long have we had this?
Check. Check. My turn?
She had a question. How long have we been capable of doing that?
For how long?
For about 4 years, right about 4 years. The sheriff's office bought Cop Sync right about 4 years ago. It's been paid for, or being paid for. It's costing you money right now, and we're not using it. So,
Well, let's just keep going. No questions here. I'll just have to holler at you. You guys have got the live mic. Other than your job, let's go with you, Rick. Other than your job,
do it a little longer.
what are you involved in? What board do you have you sat on? And what other ways do you serve our county?
Well, I'm a member of the Chief Deputies. Oh, sorry. I'm a member of the Chief Deputies Association, I've been for 7 years. I don't really know about the boards I sit on. I'm a member of the Sheriff's Posse, stuff like that. What other kind of things are you talking about?
Oh, have you sat on the chamber board?
The Chamber Board? No, I have not. I have not sat on the Chamber Board.
Any other law enforcement boards in the state of Texas that would be applicable to your job, that would help you with your position?
Oh, there's several. I'm just gonna have to look into that. I usually don't have time. We have right now 7 deputies and we're very busy at all times. It's hard. It's like me and the sheriff, you know, I'm the chief and he's the sheriff. We don't have time to get out. We're working 24/7 pretty much. We get calls all night, all day. And we do have Cop Sync and we are using Cop Sync right now. I want to say that before. We are using Cop Sync. We had some trouble. They went under. Brought it back, we had some stuff that had to get fixed, but we are using Cop Sync.
Very good, very good. How about you, Leroy? What other boards have you served on here in the county that would make you a good sheriff?
I don't serve on any boards inside the county. I am a CRAES instructor, a TCO instructor, so I do teach people in the county. Me and my wife were on the Alzheimer's board, but as far as the board of the county, no, I don't serve on the board. I've served my country and community my entire life, so if I did any more than that, my wife would probably kill me.
Not on this piece of paper, but I would be curious to know what your position is on firearms in churches.
Firearms in churches, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea for anybody well qualified to have a firearm, whether it's civilian or police. I mean, if you're a good person, you should be armed.
Rick, you feel the same way on that?
I feel the same way, and, matter of fact, I've talked to my church a little bit about it, and I'll sit in the back row and make sure that, you know, we're safe. And we're gonna talk about that some more later
Yep.
with my church.
Well, let's keep on going. This is question number 4 on the questionnaire. What is your stance on getting a new jail? Stance on getting a new jail here in
That's
Callahan
it.
County?
It's inevitable. I mean, we have to have a jail. It's the county commissioner's place to give us a jail. It has to be produced somehow, some way. Whether we do that either by contract or we actually do it ourselves, I don't know which is the better option. That's something I have to look at. And then I have to have those numbers, but a jail is an absolute, we have to have one. We might as well just prepare ourselves for it. Right now, we have like a 9-bed jail. 9-bed jail. We keep more than that in jail every day. So if we wanted to, we'd keep that jail full all the time and still have people being held outside of that. So yeah, we have to have a jail.
Rick, what's your position?
We do need a new jail. Right now, we've got about 13 in our jail right now. Make that 18. We've got about 6 in jail right now. And you have to realize, just because we can hold 9 doesn't mean that we can hold that 9. You've got to have minimum, maximum, and medium. And you can't house maximum with minimum. So you have to, you see what I'm saying? You got to ship some of them out. Right now, we have 13 shipped out right now. If you average that up in a year, it's about $214,000 a year. We're the only county around here that doesn't have a new jail. We do need a new jail. We need about a 48-bed jail, you know, with 4 holding cells where those that come in can bond in and out. You know, we don't have to take them up and have them, you know, dressed out and all that. You can hold them right there. And we do need a new jail. I mean, We're the oldest jail in Texas, maybe the United States. It's bad, but I'm gonna tell you this too. Our jail is very successful.
Yes.
Very successful. And that's because of the crew that we have right now. And they make it successful. We all do. We're all a family, and that's how we.
Looks like it comes right out of central casting, quite frankly. What's the number one thing that you believe that needs to be addressed, and what are your plans to deal with that situation?
Did you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
The number one thing that you believe that needs to be addressed, the number one thing in our county that needs to be addressed, and how are you going to deal with it?
Probably the number one thing that needs to be addressed is we need a couple more deputies. I think we've got plenty of dispatchers. You know, our dispatchers are also jailers. You go to Taylor County and you either got a jailer or you got a dispatcher. But here, you know, we need some more guys so we can do more. You know, I watch Facebook all the time and I see people, they're driving crazy down 18. You know, we need help out here. We can't get there, you know. We try to, and you know, sometimes we do and sometimes we can't, but we need more people, you know, to help us out. This last commissioner's court, or just before the budget come out, we asked for 2 deputies and 2 new vehicles. And we didn't get them, you know, and I understand, we're a poor county, you know, I understand that. We take cuts all the time, shortcuts. We've got 3 or 4 vehicles on the grants already. The sheriff and I, we've got new pistols, new ARs, new vests, new pepper guns, all that, you know, and that saves money on the citizens, and we're gonna continue to do that, you know, but I think it's, we need more people, more deputies. Okay.
Big boy?
No. I think Rick's right about the deputy part. I mean, we definitely need more deputies. But how do we get those deputies? That's the thing. I talked to the principal there at the Eula school. He's assured me that they're on board with the SRO. What does that mean? Well, that means that they'll pay for the majority of that deputy. Now I have a deputy that's in Eula who can respond to an emergency. I didn't have to pay for it. All right. The sheriff's office right now has a large amount of part-time people. You took those part-time people and put them together, you got another deputy. That's 2. I'm sure if I gave the commissioners 2 deputies, they might give me 1. Now, that's a guess, but it's a pretty good guess, I think. If I could create 2 with nothing, you'd surely give me 1, right? Now, the other thing is communication. It doesn't matter how many deputies we have, if they don't communicate very well. If they're not organized very well, you're not gonna get anything done, all right? They've had all of this time to patrol the county. Nobody patrols the county. They patrol the cities. I don't know why they patrol the cities, because the cities have police, but we don't concentrate in the sheriff's office in the county where we should be. Now, sure, the sheriffs have jurisdiction all over the county, but the police can take care of their own cities. What about those people that live in the county? Those people that are 10, 15, 20 minutes from law enforcement. And you could be right there when a call is made out, but you're all the way back in there. You gotta patrol. Doesn't matter how many deputies you got. Even if you have 1, if he's out on the street, moving, watching, and looking, he's gonna make things happen, all right? Even if there's just 1 guy out there. If he's just sitting at the jail, he ain't gonna be doing anything, all right? The jailers themselves. I've heard talk of the sheriff's office having 2 people on at night. You can ask any officer in the county, there's not 2 people on at night. All right? There's 1 person on at night, 1 girl on at night. 1 girl inside that little jail that's about to fall down, housing a bunch of criminals. No deputy in there. No deputy to be seen. And even mandated by Chief Jowers that the officers stay until that person is put in a cell because they can't man that jail. That's pretty sad. But that's what we deal with every day. That's what the sheriff's department deals with every day. Not enough people, not the right people. We gotta change that. We gotta change it now.
Okay, very good. This mic's not working. Matter of fact, you guys, why don't you guys just share that one? Jimmy, keep this one. We might want to take a few questions from the audience here in a minute. Many small communities within Callahan County are known for drug users, small volume traffickers. In cooperation with local law enforcement officials, what new specific steps would you propose to combat illicit drug use and sales?
We've been fighting the drug battle since I was a little kid. I mean, what is it, Nancy Reagan says, just say no. We can fight that battle to the end of the earth, we're never gonna win. Supply and demand. How do we fix it? How do we get around that? My thought is, we start looking at the byproducts of drug use, all right? Now Shane, our DA, he gets those possession cases every day, one after another. Let's start giving those burglary cases, those assault cases, those cases that we can put teeth into and put somebody in jail for a while for. Even the grand jury gets tired of seeing possession cases. Let's give them something with substance. That's how we cure those. Because all those drug users that you see walking the streets, they're all stealing, robbing, and assaulting. That's our real problem, right? We don't really care that they're on drugs if they were sitting in their own house, but they're out terrorizing the neighborhood. Let's get them for those crimes. If our DA can't put teeth in behind felony drug use, they'll put teeth behind felony assault, felony burglary. Good cases like that can turn this place around.
Very good. Rick, if you wouldn't mind, you address that same question.
Right now, I'm telling you, we're tearing them up on drugs. I know I have. I've got a stack of crap right there that I'll show you. And I'm telling you right now, our burglaries have gone down tremendously. And I'm gonna keep doing that, and you can win. And we are gonna win. That's what we're gonna keep doing. My guys, right there, they're gonna be out at night. They're running the county. I've got 2 guys out at night. We only have 5 deputies, but I'll be out there with them, I guarantee you. And we're gonna keep on doing what we've been doing. You know, we don't have as many drugs. I've got 51 confidential informants right now that work for me. And right now, they're telling me there are no drugs out in the county that are selling. There may be 1 or 2, probably. I'm sure they're not gonna tell me every single one of them. But we're gonna keep on fighting that. That's what I've been doing since I've been here. I've been knocking down them drugs. We don't even have a drug dog. That's another thing I think we need. I've got a reserve officer right now that has one. We're gonna see, I'm gonna go up to the commissioners and see if we can start using that dog, bring in some more money, put in our forfeiture account, get new vests, whatever we can. We've got 2 or 3 vehicles out there that I've confiscated, drug cases. I mean, you can win, you know. There's always gonna be drugs out there. Always. You're not ever gonna stop it, but we're gonna knock it down every single time. And that's what I've been doing. That's what my guys are doing, and we're gonna keep on doing that. We're gonna win that war.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is there any drugs in Clyde?
There's drugs everywhere, Sheriff. There is drugs in Clyde. You know,
How many police officers does Clyde have?
they have 10. Right? Am I right? 10?
How many?
10. No, 10.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
The USDA today released their policies and procedures for growing hemp all over the country. I'd like to know your position on hemp, and do you think that's a backdoor into recreational marijuana in Texas?
I do. I don't. You know, that question can get you in trouble. I know there's a lot of people that use marijuana to help them with things, and you know, I don't know what all they have, you know, kinds of uses they need it for, but that's a touchy situation. I don't care for marijuana. You know, I know some people like it and they need it, and I understand that part. But I just don't care for none of that mess, really.
Okay.
To me, if you smoke marijuana, you get tired of it, and then you want something else, a little better. You know, and then you start your meth, and then you go to heroin, and then there you go. You know, and that's another thing. You know, people come in our jail all the time for drugs, I wanna help them people. You know, some of them want help, and I have helped some people. I've got one in a drug rehab right now, I helped him. You know, it's not just about putting them in jail all the time, it's about giving them some help. My great-grandfather told me a long time ago, you know, he used to walk down, I used to walk with him in Granbury, and he'd throw some money here, throw some money there, and I said, why are you doing it? And it's real simple, if you can help somebody, help them.
Very good. And Rory, what's your feeling on that? Hemp versus medical marijuana, is it a backdoor into recreational pot?
Of course it is. I mean, why else would it exist? Hemp, it have no more than 0.03% of THC. But it looks just like marijuana. Looks, smells, couldn't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. Even Master Drug Sergeant back there couldn't tell the difference, all right? So when you stop somebody that's got hemp, how do you know? You don't. I mean, I could take somebody to jail for having hemp because it looks just like marijuana. It smells like marijuana, and if I tested it, it would test positive for THC. So in all intents and purposes, as long as I'm concerned, it's marijuana. I think to put somebody in jail. I suspect at some point in time, we'll see somebody get a large bust of hemp, and they'll go to jail as marijuana, and in that case, they'll go to court, and it'll be hemp, and it'll all be thrown out, and it'll be this big marijuana conspiracy thing. That's what's gonna happen at some point, but it's caused tremendous strife for police. Now we gotta sit here and figure out if somebody breaking the law or they not breaking the law. And they did that on purpose. And it is a way in, a very smart way.
So how is law enforcement gonna work with agriculture to avoid that?
I really don't know until they get some kind of specifics. It's either gotta be one way or the other. Either we're gonna legalize that or we're not gonna legalize that. Being halfway in the door doesn't work. Right now, somebody's gonna go to jail, and we're supposed to go to jail. You know, we're not gonna be able to cure that problem on the ground. We're gonna have to come up with a better solution. Either legalizing it or making it illegal altogether. We can't have it both ways.
Well, let's just stay on that just for a moment. Next question is, would be getting tougher on the drug use here in Callahan County require a larger budget of monies, in your opinion? Can you do it on the budget that you have now?
Yeah, we can do better, absolutely. Can we do it all? No, absolutely not. We need more people, we need more equipment. I mean, that's always a thing to do. But yeah, we could do better. I mean, if we had spare people that could actually go out and that's all they had to do is look for that kind of thing, like they do in some places, that would be fantastic. If I could send Sergeant Boyette out every night and that's all he had to do is look for drug users and marijuana, oh man, that'd be fantastic. But we don't have that kind of manpower. We don't have that kind of manpower. It'd be nice to have that kind of manpower. We gotta work with what we got.
Very good.
You want to take that, Rick?
I believe we do have a manpower right now. I've got 2 deputies that are out, them 2 right over there, and there's some go-getters right there. They like to do what I do, and that's get them drugs and stuff. It's, you know, we gotta answer calls too, but when we're not answering calls, we're out on the interstate a little bit, you know, we're out in the county, and we're knocking them down, and we're gonna continue to do that. You know, I mean, you get what you get. You know, yeah, we're poor, we live on $1 million budget, that's what we do, you know, and that's everybody's payroll and everything, it's big. And, I think we are doing it right now. We're gonna continue to do it.
What areas of improvement can you see?
What improvement? Well, just like I said, I've got 51 confidential informants, and they're telling me there's none being sold out in the county right now. We've just done a couple of search warrants. You know, we're gonna continue more search warrants. If I hear of a drug house, we're gonna bust it down. You know, and that's what we've been doing. Just did one the other day. So, we're gonna continue.
The next question is, how will you work with the county attorney to improve the enforcement and further toughen the stance on individuals who violate drug laws?
Oh,
Your relationship with the county attorney?
well, it's great. I mean, I think Shane does a great job. Shane Deal, our county attorney. He's, I know that he's dropped a few here and there, not dropped them actually, it's just that they've had other charges and he had to let them go for that, or, you know, with a different higher case, you know, and stuff like that. But I think Shane does a great job when it comes to drugs. It's harder to get our drugs into DPS lab and all that now. You've got to go through a lot of stuff, you know, but, you know, as soon as we get them in there and at least get them there, then he has them where he can try them, or, you know, and stuff like that. So we have it's good with Shane. Shane does a great job.
How about you, Leroy? What's your position with the county attorney?
My position with Shane Deal is pretty good. He's got a tough job. I mean, I know he's only got so much money and so many cases he can take to court every year. So we have to be very diligent about what we send him. You know, I see depositions every month that come from Shane. And it says, it'll have the agency and the case and the disposition of that case. And every month I see the sheriff's office on there and the disposition that the case was tossed out for no report. No report filed. There's a lot of those, no report filed. I see them all the time. Why? Why are we filing a report? I mean, there's a lot of those out there. So how are you gonna get somebody convicted? How are you gonna stop all this drug use if you're not doing what you're supposed to do? You gotta do your due diligence. You got to put in those hours. You gotta do those case reports. You gotta make a stand. You can't just show up to a call and take care of the call and move about your day. You've got to stay with it. You've got to put a case together. You've got to present that right to make something happen. If you're just throwing stuff into the wind, you're not gonna get anything.
I have a question. Can I address that?
Yes, sir. Please do.
That's not true. All of our cases are filed with Shane, and I don't see that many dismissed at all. I know that we have held inmates in our jail for up to 3 and 4 months because we don't have cases from Clyde. And I'm not trying to be ugly, I'm just telling you the truth. And if you figure that up, you got one inmate in jail, that's $50 a day, just because you don't have a case. I don't know if I check it every time we get all of our cases come in. I haven't seen any dismissed ours because of a report. And I guarantee you, Melvin Miller will make sure of that. All of our cases are done and they're filed.
I have a question.
I like to respond.
Sure. Please do.
As far as, like the casework goes, how I say this, I'm not trying to be
Gotta get that mic a little closer to you.
like I said, I get the depositions every month, so I see the lack of case reports, all right? I've talked to Shane myself. It doesn't exist. I mean, it's day in, day out, the lack of doing your job, period. I mean, that's what it is. We have people that we deal with every day in, day out, that we could have put in jail. We find out that their cases weren't done, names were dropped. All we get is apologies and excuses. I mean, we can stand up here and say what we want to say, but Shane's door's open. You can talk to him. I agree.
March 3rd is coming right around the corner. We'll be here before you know it. We're gonna go to the polls and we're gonna vote for you. One of you two. Why should we vote for you, Rick? Why should you get our vote?
Well, I've got more experience, you can tell. I mean, I've been around a long time, been the chief deputy for a long time. I care about the people in Callahan County. I've been here. This is my home. 40-something years I've been here. This is I've not been here for 6 months. I've been here for 40 years. And I'm going to protect and serve you every single day. I'm going to tell you right now, I've not had a vacation in 10 years. And I don't care. It's my job as a sheriff to protect and serve the citizens of Callahan County.
Amen.
And I'm going to continue to do that. And I promise you that. So that's why you should vote for me, and I appreciate it.
All these people in front of you get to go vote. March 3rd, Tuesday. Early voting begins on February the 18th. Why should they check a box with your name in it? Here's your opportunity to make your case. Why should we vote for you?
Well, I think Mr. Jowers made my case for me. He's been here for 40 years. And the sheriff's office still isn't right. Been in the sheriff's office as long as Sheriff Joy's been there, still not right. Still not seeing the things that we need to see. We've heard those promises last time, and now we're hearing them again. He has opportunity. I'm asking you to give me mine. I can fix it. I promise you I can fix it. I can make it work like clockwork. I can make a difference in this county. I can make a difference that you can see when you walk out your door. You'll see those deputies, they'll look like deputies, they'll act like deputies, they'll talk like deputies. Not the Yahoo, but a real deputy, one that knows what he's doing, one that does his work, one that respects the public. That's what I'll give you. I've served my country my entire life. No, I didn't serve Callahan County my entire life. I served my country my entire life. And I have bullet holes in me to prove that. All right? I could be your sheriff, and I want to be your sheriff. I can make a difference.
Very good. Thank you, sir. I've got another question here for you. What is your position on using technologies such as body cameras, dash cameras, computer programs, such as CopSync for law enforcement?
It's great. We've got all that stuff. Right now, we're working on getting some new cameras. You know, it takes money. It takes a lot of money, you know, for that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you, we get donations all the time. So that tells you we're doing a great job. And I'll tell you this, just today, we got an $8,000 donation. $8,000. So that tells you we're doing something right. We get these donations all the time. That's what helps us. That keeps us from having to get money from the citizens, you know? And that's what I want. I want to save money, cut corners. I mean, me and Mel will go through stuff all the time back there. We get jumper cables, we get jacks, you name it, you know? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on hitting these grants. We've got 3 or 4 vehicles that have grants. We have all brand new vehicles now. When I first started here, I was driving a piece of junk truck that had dents all in it, and I was sitting like that in it because the next guy wanted it out, the next guy wanted it out, the next guy. But we have all brand new vehicles right now, every single one of them. And we've got 3 or 4 on the lease program, and that's awesome to have those vehicles on the lease program. The technology, I'm getting out of it. But yeah, we're looking at brand new cameras right now. We got CopSyncs up and running. New computers, Sam, our IT guys got all new computers, and we're moving up. I don't care for it that much because I'm old fashioned. I'm 53 years old. I like the old fashioned policing, but I guess I'll move up with it, you know.
You mentioned $1 million budget a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a number that you always strive for in the county to operate under?
As much as we can get. You know, we need as much as we can get to run the county. And I think right now we're doing pretty good. You know, $1 million is a lot of money, that's what we got right now to protect y'all and serve you. And if we need something else, we're gonna get it. We'll find a way. If it's grant money or whatever, we're gonna find a way, you know, so. Yeah.
Very good, thank you, sir. Leroy, let's ask the same question to you in regard to technology. Technology such as body cameras, dash cameras, computer programs, CopSync for law enforcement. What's your position on all that?
Sergeant Boyette, you step out here, please. Everybody turn around and take a look at Sergeant Boyette's chest. There's a camera on his chest. Sergeant Boyette's on duty. Now let's take a look over here at the 3 deputies. There's no camera. No camera. They don't use cameras. They don't use video cameras. They don't use body cameras. They don't use in-car cameras. And we live in a world today where cameras matter. Why? Why don't we use cameras? I don't know the answer to that, because we do use cameras. So, like I said, you can say whatever you want to up here, but the reality is, it's just not true. It's just not true, guys. It's very important to use cameras and technology, like we talked about CopSync earlier. They say CopSync is up and running. I don't know that it is. Is Sam here?
He just,
Is it running?
they are actively using it in the cars. However, it's not integrated with DPS currently. We're waiting DPS's.
So they can't run anything.
They cannot run like a 27 or 29, which is like a licensed plate or driver's license. Currently, we're waiting on DPS.
So here we are 4 years later, it's not running, it's not working. He said it was working, but it's not.
We'll write a citation.
Can't run a driver's license, can't run a vehicle, can't look at anything. And they've had it for 4 years. I think ours was up and running in a week. There's a difference, all right, between me and Mr. Gowers. I get things done.
Let's expand on that difference. So we're coming down to the close of this, so you're going to get one last opportunity to make your case for our vote. So if you'd like to go ahead and take the lead on that now, Roy, go ahead. You got 3 minutes.
Okay, well, the difference between me and Jowers, I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be right. I like things to be dressed right dressed. I'm a military guy. Mr. Jowers says he's in the military. I don't know how anybody in the military can have 5 patrol vehicles, 5 different colors. It just messes with my mind. It doesn't work right. I don't know how you look at your deputies and all of them have a different uniform on. This display you see today is not what we see day to day. We see people in t-shirts and flip-flops is what we see.
No. Wrong answer.
I've been in the jail, I've seen it. You can believe me, you take my word or not. I've seen it. There's a family atmosphere that's got to the point where it is completely lax.
What military was you in?
The Army, Ranger.
Well, I was in the Marines.
Well, I was Army Ranger.
Yes.
And I think things ought to be dressed right dressed. I think people ought to be disciplined in their job. I think people ought to look professional and talk professional. I think people ought to know their job.
That don't make you a candidate for the sheriff just because you.
Like I said, Mr. Jowers has had 8 years to make a difference. It's made no difference. We're still trying to get a system working for the last 4 years. We're still trying to do this. We're still trying to do that. I'm not trying to do anything. We make things happen every day at Clyde PD, all right? Every day. Yes, sir.
I just want to know, what is your strategy to change up what's been going on? What is your game plan for this?
Oh, well, I mean, there are certain things that need to be put in place, like schedules, and not giving people a schedule that they want, but a schedule that works, all right? One that works for everybody, not just a few people. And that goes with patrol as well. Getting patrol uniform. Everybody dressed right, dressed the same. So that when this deputy goes down, this deputy can pick up his gun and load a magazine because they're exactly the same. Not, I got this gun, you got that gun, I got this car, you got that car, I got this system, you got this system. It doesn't work that way. Anybody that's been in the military and the police knows that having things uniform makes things work like clockwork. And they don't have that. And it's the only department that I've ever been to that doesn't have that. And it's very basic. What am I going to do for you, Sheriff? I'm going to take you back to the basics. We're going to get in shape. We're going to start doing things right. I don't wear cowboy boots. I don't wear cowboy boots not because I'm not a cowboy, because I'm going to chase you down. And cowboy boots are made to run in. How many times have you seen a soldier or an athlete wear cowboy boots? Never. So you showed up to work unprepared for your job when you show up in those cowboy boots, all right? None of our guys wear cowboy boots. That's crazy. We live in a time where you got to be prepared all the time. We just watched the church shooting last weekend. You got to be prepared, all right? Our deputies, our law enforcement needs to be better prepared than the civilian world. If they're not, we're in bad shape. And sometimes that's what it feels like we're talking to civilians, not like we're talking to law enforcement. I don't want to stand up here and preach too long, but I can make a difference, guys. Vote for me, and I'll make a difference.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Rick Waller?
I think my guys look good. That's how they dress every day, not like this. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna run this sheriff's office like a military. I was in the military, took a bullet for my country, but I'm not gonna run it like a military. I wanna talk to you people like normal people,
Amen.
Yeah.
you know? And I do that all the time. Every time I see somebody I wanna stop, talk to you, you can come to our office anytime and say, you know, if you got a complaint, come up there and tell us. We'll fix it somehow. I have. People usually get on there on Messenger and talk to me and say, hey, this is happening. I'm fixing it, and I have fixed it. And I'm gonna continue to do that. And I'm gonna tell you, I've worked for 2 counties, not 5 or 6, and I've never been released from a department. Never been released, 20-something years in corrections and law enforcement. I do not have one red mark on my record. Not one red mark. And we're gonna keep doing it good, and we're gonna keep doing it like we're doing. I promise you. And that's protecting y'all and serving. I know who writes my check, and that's you.
Very good, thank you, sir.
Well, we have good problems here tonight. I don't think I've ever seen this many people in this room before. You have a big job in front of you. February the 18th, early voting starts. The polls open March 3rd. The decision is yours. We thank you all for coming from the Clyde Chamber of Commerce, for Ada Vernon, Becky Young, myself, Richard Kemp. We thank you.
Can we, Peter, wait, can we, the people ask questions?
You can go private.
Huh?
Sure, you can ask private.
You guys are freaking kidding me. How am I gonna vote?
Do we have new books?
I've been by your house, but it's been late at night. Yeah,
To try something else. Well, yeah.
I got a little confused. I thought we got to ask questions towards the end.
Yeah, they said they didn't want to open it up for questions. You can't just give one. You can ask them privately, if you got a question.
Well, yeah, I take one. It's here. There you go.